All right, you know the drill. We're cutting through the noise. Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really taking a close look, an expedition, if you will, into the world of streaming, specifically DirecTV Stream. My job here, for you, is to boil it all down using a great review we found from Bytes Media on YouTube as our guide. Because let's face it, there's a new service, a new bundle, like every week, it seems. It's hard to know what's actually good value. So the goal is simple. Give you the real story on DirecTV Stream, no marketing fluff, so you can see if it fits, your viewing habits, your family, and yeah, your budget. Think of this as your shortcut to being clued in.
And what's really compelling, just jumping off what you said, is that noise. The live TV streaming market. It's incredibly crowded, maybe even chaotic. Everyone wants your subscription, right? Yeah. So in this kind of fragmented, sometimes confusing landscape, a focused review, like the one from Bytes Media, it's super valuable. It helps us get past the headlines and look at the actual features of the real costs, what makes one different from another. And understanding those details, well, it's not really a luxury anymore, is it? It's pretty essential for making a smart choice for your entertainment setup. Wow. The upsides, where DirecTV Stream shines. Pros?
Exactly. And Bytes Media really does lay out where DirecTV Stream makes its mark. So let's start there. Where does it really stand out?
The review highlights what's probably its biggest strength, the channel lineup. Bytes Media actually calls it one of the best selections of live TV channels around. And that includes a good range of local channels, which is important, but also it's a big one for many regional sports networks.
Ah, the RSNs. Yes. Yeah. So if you're a sports nut, and, well, a lot of folks are, this immediately grabs your attention, right? Bytes Media kind of paints this picture of DirecTV Stream not aiming to be the cheapest. That's not their game. They seem to be deliberately going for that premium spot, maybe for people who felt left out by other cord-cutting options, like fans of basketball, baseball, hockey. The review mentions strong coverage, ESPN, ABC, the works. It's not just having sports, it's getting your local team's games without, needing 3 different apps. But I wonder, for people who aren't huge sports fans, does Bytes Media suggest they're just paying for something they don't need?
Well, that's the interesting trade-off, isn't it? The review implies that for that specific group, the diehard sports fan, maybe the big family where RSNs are absolutely essential, DirecTV Stream almost becomes a default choice because many competitors, they've either dropped RSNs or never had them. There's a gap in the market. So yeah, if you don't watch sports, it might feel like you're overpaying. But for that target user, the value isn't just saving money. It's getting access you literally can't find easily elsewhere. It solves that big problem many people had when they first cut the cord, losing their local teams.
That's a really key point. It shifts how you think about value, doesn't it? It's not just how many channels for my money, but can I get these specific channels I care about? Okay, but it's not only about sports fans. Bytes Media also highlights something else pretty compelling, especially for families: simultaneous streams. DirecTV Stream apparently supports up to 20 simultaneous streams.
On the same home network.
20. That number alone says a lot about who they're targeting, right? Big households. It's almost like a peace treaty for the remote control. Everyone watches what they want.
Yeah, and this really taps into how families watch stuff now. It's not one TV anymore, is it? It's tablets, phones, laptops, multiple TVs, all at the same time, often different shows. So a feature like 20 streams isn't just a technical spec. It actually solves conflicts. It lets everyone in the house do their own thing, watch their own show without buffering or fighting. It's built for that modern multi-device lifestyle. Bytes Media definitely picked up on that practical benefit.
Totally. Less arguing, more watching. And staying on that theme of user control and flexibility. Let's talk recording, because DirecTV Stream seems pretty strong here too, according to the review. They offer unlimited cloud DVR storage. Unlimited.
That is liberating.
Right. No more deleting shows you haven't watched yet. You can just record everything that series you like, the whole season of that documentary, and it stays there for up to 9 months. That's a pretty long time. Gives you breathing room. Plus, and this is good for people on the move, access to 38 different TV Everywhere apps, which basically means you can log into apps like, say, the ESPN app or the HBO Max app using your DirecTV Stream login. More ways to watch.
What's really interesting there is how those two things, the unlimited DVR and the TV Everywhere apps, really empower you, the viewer. You're not tied to the live schedule anymore. Not really. Unlimited DVR means you stop worrying about managing storage space, at least for a good while. 9 months is generous. And those TV Everywhere apps, sometimes their own apps are actually better for finding specific shows, or they might let you download stuff for offline viewing. It just adds layers of convenience and control. It's kind of what people expect now from a premium service. It's less of a bonus, more of a must-have for many. 2, the downsides. Key considerations and costs.
Okay, so those are some definite pluses, a strong case being built. But let's be real, Bytes Media didn't just focus on the good stuff. We need to look at the other side. And the big one, the elephant in the room we have to address, is the cost. DirecTV Stream is known for being one of the pricier options out there. That's a major factor for, well, pretty much everyone.
It absolutely is. And the review breaks it down clearly. The costs can add up fast. You start with the basic entertainment package, maybe around $60 a month for 90-plus channels. Okay, that's the entry point.
Still not exactly cheap.
No, not compared to some leaner options.
Yeah.
And then you look at the top tier, the premier package. We're talking over 185 channels, HBO, Showtime, Stars. But that pushes you up to like $150 a month.
What?
Yeah. And that's often before any extra add-ons or potential fees. It gets difficult to keep that bill down. What's kind of fascinating, and Bytes Media hints at this, is how DirecTV Stream almost challenges the idea of cord cutting being purely about saving money. It's like there are two paths. Some cut the cord for a cheaper, simpler setup. Others, maybe the DirecTV Stream audience, seem willing to basically recreate their cable package just on a different technology.
Yeah.
It makes you rethink what value means here. Is it just price, or is it getting everything in one place, even if it costs more?
That's a great point, because for a lot of us, cutting the cord was about saving money initially. So that sports fan we talked about, they get the RSNs, great. But then they see that $150 price tag.
Yeah.
It's a serious consideration.
But cost isn't the only potential hurdle Bytes Media found. There's also device support. Now, it works on the popular stuff, right? Apple TV, Roku, Chromecast. Lots of people have those.
The main ones. But the review points out a really significant gap. Game consoles. No dedicated apps for PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo. And if you're someone who uses your console as your main streaming hub, which tons of people do, well, that could be a deal breaker.
Yeah, this is a really practical issue. Think about how many households use a PlayStation or Xbox for everything games, Netflix, Hulu. These consoles aren't just for gaming anymore. They're central media devices, especially for younger folks and families. Bytes Media really highlighted this frustration. I mean, I use my console for streaming a lot too. So finding out a service doesn't have an app there. It's annoying. You have to switch devices, maybe juggle remotes, or even buy another streaming stick just for this one service. It fragments the experience. So even if the channels are great, that lack of console support could genuinely push people away. It matters. 3. So, what does this all mean for you?
Okay, so we've heard the good, we've heard the, let's say, less good from Bytes Media's analysis. So for you listening, what's the bottom line? How do you make the call? The review seems to land here. Overall, DirecTV Stream is a pretty solid choice. If your top priority is getting that huge channel variety, and especially if you need those regional sports networks.
All right, the RSNs are key.
Yeah, it really delivers on a comprehensive lineup that hits a lot of bases, particularly for sports fans or big households where everyone wants something different playing at the same time.
So it comes down to weighing things up.
Exactly. You've got the pros, massive channel list, the hard-to-find regional sports, those 20 streams, the unlimited DVR, the TV everywhere apps. Pretty compelling stuff.
Yeah.
Then you weigh that against the cons. The high price tag, which can feel a lot like a cable bill, and the missing support for game consoles. It really depends on what you value most. Is getting those specific channels and features worth paying that premium? Or does the cost or the console issue make it a non-starter for your situation?
And what's really fascinating, thinking beyond just this one service based on Bytes Media's points, is how it makes us reconsider what value even means in streaming today. Remember when cord cutting automatically meant cheaper and simpler?
Yeah, that was the dream.
Right. But services like DirecTV Stream, offering these big, comprehensive, and expensive packages, they kind of push back on that. It forces you to ask, is paying top dollar for an all-in-one cable-like experience still the best way? Or is it maybe better now to pick and choose from smaller, cheaper, niche services, even if that means juggling a few different apps and subscriptions? Which path gives you more value in the long run?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is. And it leads to that final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. How much is that convenience, that truly comprehensive channel list, actually worth to you? Especially when you stack it up against the cost of these big, traditional-style streaming packages. What specific mix of channels, features, and price truly defines value for your household right now in this messy, constantly changing streaming world? It's really personal, and it depends entirely on what you and your family prioritize when you sit down to watch something.